This is Next Page Adventure. Welcome. I haven't really uploaded a video this month, but I'm going to change that. I have a goal of about at least 4 to 6 videos a month for starting my channel. But this is I've seen this video quite often. I want to talk about books that I want to read that I think will be 5 stars. So I'll just get right into it. I have so many, but I've narrowed it down to 5 for this video. That way it's not a super long video, but yeah, I'll probably be picking 1 or 2 of these books a month to read. Hopefully they'll be 5 stars, hopefully I'm right, but we'll see. They're all fantasy, some are YA and some are adult. But yeah, I'll just get right into it. The first book that I think I'll rate 5 stars is Foundryside by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is a fantasy novel, adult fantasy, about a girl. I think she's a thief, or a merchant thief. This book is she's sent to steal an artifact with a lot of power. I've heard that the world building is really good in this novel, in this first novel. I really love the cover. I don't really know all that much about it, but I know that Sam from ThoughtsOnTomes really enjoyed it, and from what she said in her video review, I think I'll enjoy it as well. It all surrounds her stealing this artifact, and then other people also want the artifact too, but I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a sci-fi fantasy mix or if it's just more fantasy, but I think for the most part it's high fantasy. So I hope I'll enjoy this. I plan to read this probably in the fall, so coming up soon. Maybe not September, but November-ish. The next adult book that I have on this list is Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. Nicholas Eames, I think that's how you say it. But this is a story about basically retired mercenaries that I guess they were once well-known heroes, but they're older now, probably in their 40s or 50s, and it's supposed to be pretty funny from what I've heard. They have to, get the band back together and save people or something. I don't know, go on an epic adventure. I don't know all that much about it, but I have heard that it has a lot of humor in it, which I really enjoy finding a fantasy author that makes me laugh, because it's kind of rare. Like, humor and fantasy don't always go together, but I feel like they should. Because if you can make me laugh, I'm probably going to read your book more. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this one. I hope that I give it 5 stars. I think that I will. Like, I know that a couple of my favorite YouTubers, booktubers, have given it 5 stars. Like, gosh, what's her name? Like Emily Fox, I think she gave it 5 stars. There's a couple people that I know that have read this and liked it, so I hope that I do too. The next 3 that I'm going to talk about are YA books, and the first one is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I've read 2 V.E. Schwab books, 2.5 so far. I've read the first 2 in the Darker Shades of Magic, and I'm on the 3rd one still, taking my sweet time. I haven't really been reading a lot of physical books lately. I've mostly been reading audio, and I own those on physical, so it's been taking me a little while to get through them, but this is the one I'm picking up right after I finish that one, so I'll probably read this for the month of September, but I don't know yet, so we'll see. It sounds like it'd be more like a better theme for like October and Halloween, because from what I know, it deals with like supernatural villains. I know that it has like a dark twist on superheroes from what I've heard, and I think it sounds amazing. I've been more into like dark fantasy lately, or darker themes. I've also heard good things about this, considering how well I liked the Darker Shades of Magic. I know that I like V.E. Schwab's writing, so I'm hoping I enjoy this. And I love superhero, anything superhero, like Marvel, anything. So I want something new, though. I find that a lot of the regular superhero stuff is kind of boring me now, so I like a new twist on things just to bring my love back into the genre. So yeah, I hope I give it 5 stars. I think that I will. The next one is Truth Witch by Susan Dinner. Well, this book, I don't know if I'll give it 5 stars. I know it takes place in a fantasy world. It's like YA fantasy, but from what I've heard, a lot of people enjoy the series. I actually pre-bought a lot of these, so I really hope that I like this, because I've got a few of them for pretty cheap, either from the used bookstore or from Book Outlet. So I know that the reason I think that I'll give this 5 stars, for one, is that I absolutely love the power of being able, or of a character being able to tell when someone is lying. It's one of my favorite things. So when I find a good series like that, I want to read it. So it's very unlikely that I won't like it when that happens. And I think Truth Witch, I hope that's what it is. I could be disappointed. I don't know. Maybe I'll hate it. But like I've said before, I've watched a lot of reviews on this book. I kind of get who doesn't like it and who does. So I think I'll be one of the ones to like this. And if I don't, that kind of sucks, because I do own most of them. I don't own the last one, but I own all of them but the last one. So even the novella in the series. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So from what I've heard of this from booktubers I trust, that it has a lot of action, it has a lot of political intrigue, has good political intrigue and a steamy romance. So, you know, I've mentioned in my videos before that I'm kind of hit or miss on romance, and I'm not, like, I can't even say that. I'm usually miss. But when I do like a romance, I really like it. So I hope that this is one of the ones that has a good romance. So yeah. Lastly on this list, I think that A Curse So Dark and Lonely will be 5 stars for me, based on what I've heard, because it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and Beauty and the Beast is my absolute favorite Disney movie. So I mean, I've only read like one series that was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I hate read it because I loved it because it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it was so bad. But I'm hoping this one will be good. And I waited to actually get this one because I wanted to, you know, like when a book is initially released, a booktube hypes it up. It seems like after it's actually released, people will start giving their honest, like giving more feedback. So I waited a little while to get this one because I wasn't sure, but from what I've seen, it gets 4 or 5 stars quite often. So I think that I'll enjoy this. I was probably going to read it anyway. I was going to wait for like a paperback, but since I found this on Book Outlet, I was like, well, I might as well get it now. And yeah, I think I'll read this pretty soon because I'm kind of excited for it. I know that the twist in this one is that the main character goes to another world, and she also has another thing I've heard about this is that it has really good disability rep. So I think she has the main character has cerebral palsy, is it? And I have watched booktubers with, I think that's the right, I really hope I'm not wrong, but I think that's the right disease or the condition that she has. But I've watched some reviews that people with the same condition say that the representation in this book is actually really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hope it'll be 5 stars. And I have like a million other books that I think will be 5 stars, but it would be a really long video if I chose to tell you all of them. So, well, I will do a wrap up on this video like in a couple months when I read them all, and to see like if I was right, like if I know, like if I really think, or if I was correct, and which ones were positive and which ones were negative. That'd be cool if I was right on all of them and they're all 5 stars, but that's not gonna happen, but we'll see. Well, thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.